Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. I've got one thumb up. I've got the coffee hand in the left hand, and I'm ready to roll. Good morning, Freddie Blanton.
Good morning, Daniel. Your tie looks fantastic. Whoever tied it is a tie tying professional.
My dad tied it in 1992, and I still haven't undone that knot. Does it still look good?
Man, it looks perfect.
Everybody at church said the tie looked good back then, so at least it still looks good. How are we feeling this morning, Fred?
I feel amazing. What about you, Daniel? Your hair is, it's got that perfect flop to it. That one
I,
little dangle, the bounce. It's going to be a
hey,
good show. I can already tell by your hair energy, it's going to be a good show.
Hey, some days are better than others, Freddie Blanton. Some days are better than others. I believe I'm going to have me a little sip of coffee. Do you mind doing that thing where you say, let's see? Oh,
Where I say what?
you know, you do it so well, Freddie.
First sip, let's go.
Oh, boo. Oh
Curveball.
boy. I know a little change never hurt anybody. We've done this, folks, for 447 days in a row.
That's
And
facts.
that, and that's a lot. That's a lot of days, and it's been a lot of fun, and we've learned a lot, and we talk about various things, including saying hello to fantastic bus riders. And we've got them with us this morning. Antarctic Mike, hammer the bleep down, and let's go.
New Jersey. He's in New Jersey.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, when you're in Jersey, you got a little bit of that. You got to bleep it.
Yeah.
Vicky Watts says, "Good morning, First Sip friends. Good morning, Vicky Watts. Let's have
Good
a
morning,
great,
B
great
Dub.
Thursday." There's Joe, Mr. Consistency. I love to see Joe on the bus. I love to see Joe's comments on the bus. Fantastic. And look at this guy. Hey, I've been thinking about him. I don't know if you guys saw his interview. He was interviewed in a podcast, and I thought he did really great on that. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched enough to say, man, Jacob's doing really good. So good morning, my
Always
positive friend.
positive.
Always positive and always sending good messages. And he is a young man, and he's doing great. So another day of motivation and determination. Let's go. That's right. Paul Pappy says, let's kick it into high gear. There's always another gear. You've got another.
People, let's kick it into high gear, people.
Hey, so we interviewed this gentleman. Good morning, Duncan. We interviewed this gentleman. Do you recall that interview, Freddie?
How could I not?
Absolutely. And hey, and the data, the stats say that was one of our biggest episodes so far. We've had some really, really good ones,
Yeah.
and that one was right up there. And I really appreciated a lot that Duncan said. If you don't know who that is, find him on LinkedIn. There he is, right there, and you'll see the story. It's fantastic. Challenge yourself to make your own tie, Daniel, but get the memories. There you go. That's funny. Hey, we
You
strive
know,
for that
you know what you should do
energy.
right now? The
What?
people need this. They need to watch you take the tie apart and then retie it on camera.
Hey guys, we're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that. I have trouble putting in my contacts to try to put that on. Hey, you know what? Today I'm going to say hello to everybody else, but I must put this up right now because Freddie just said that, and hopefully this picture will load, and maybe it will, and maybe it won't. If it doesn't, that's okay. What I want to know, it
V
didn't.
Dub had a great video as one of the comments from the show yesterday. Were you able to watch it, Danny?
I'm looking here. I want to show you this. Are you good under pressure?
It was a
That's
baby giraffe trying to stand up for the first time. Were you able to watch that video?
I know what a baby giraffe looks like, Freddie
Okay.
Blanton. I have to think about it every day that you and David Turner call me a baby giraffe. I want to know, are you good under pressure?
I'd say for the most part, yeah.
I would say you are good under pressure. Tell me about, as you have seen, you like to put people under pressure, Freddie. Why do
I
you
do.
like?
I like to help people get over the hump of feeling pressure. Yes.
What
Why
do
do you
you
say
think?
that?
Because everything you do, including being, look at your face right now. It's so we were working out this morning and we were sweating, we were running around. I didn't know what you were doing. It was all very confusing. We were doing exercises, we were running around in the dark, and then you started asking questions.
Simple
And
questions.
simple questions. All the blood is in my body, it's not in my brain, right? We running around, but it does make a difference. There's different types of pressure, is what I was thinking about. And this morning you were going around and you were asking what was the next exercise because you already we had a pattern of exercises. You can kind of
Yeah.
explain it,
Yeah.
but
So you know what I built? I called it a ladder, right? We started with 5 of these. Then we did a little run. 5, then 10, and a little run. 5, 10, 15. And we built exercises all the way up to 30 reps. So what I like to do, once we get to that second round, we get to 15. Hey, what's our next exercise? Because I hope that someone is not only paying attention physically, but mentally. So if they got the question right, all we did was the exercise. But what happened if they were wrong, Danny?
burpees.
5 more burpees.
You got penalized. And then everybody goes, "Oh man, why didn't you know that?" You get the group. So you're gonna let down the group. If you don't know the answer, you let down the group and then you have to do burpees. But I think that does add a little something to it because what was going through my mind, and I'm not very good at that. I'm the type of person, if I'm doing, and you know this, if I'm doing one thing, it is hard for me to think about something else, right? So I'm working out, I'm thinking about doing the exercises and I'm not thinking, but it is hard. And then you've got the pressure of everybody else. Don't get it wrong. If you get it wrong, we're all going to be mad at you.
Everybody feels the pressure.
Everybody feels the pressure, and we handle it in different ways, don't we?
Yeah. Which
And
is
there,
why I
there
like doing it. Because maybe today something will come up in a pressure situation. And one of those guys I asked about an exercise, they've already dealt with that. The next one's gonna be easy.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Things that throw us off. Sometimes the pressure finds us, and sometimes we find the pressure. Right? See, like in other
Right.
words,
Let me validate that. Right. Right, Daniel.
thank you,
Keep going.
Freddie. Thank you.
Keep
Can I
going.
get an amen? Hey, I'm gonna look for the comments. They're better at validating. Uh, but sometimes we have to go into situations and create the pressure. We've got to walk in on a cold call, and the pressure didn't come to us, but now we're under pressure.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember you telling me one time when you walked into on a situation, you were trying to sell some bobcats. You went into a back room, and the guys were sitting there playing poker or sitting. There was a big group of
They
people.
were they were smoking they were chain smoking cigarettes and drinking beer at 4:30.
Yeah, they
And
landed.
I walked into this little shop, and I don't remember if you can relate to when you would run into your grandma's house and that screen door would go pow. Well, when I walked into this shop, that's what they had. And that thing went pow behind me, and everybody in there just turned and looked at me. They had no idea who I was, no idea why I was there. I did have on a Bobcat shirt. So the only thing that I could think of to say was, where do I need to drop off this new Bobcat?
There you go.
And a guy looked across the room at another guy and said, "Did you really buy a Bobcat?" And he's like, "No, but we've been thinking about it." Boom. Two
Hey,
weeks later,
that
I delivered one.
wow. Now I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And they traded in a different color unit.
Hey, sometimes we're hunting deals. Sometimes the deals are hunting us. Sometimes people want to buy the Bobcat from us. Sometimes we got to go find the people that want to buy the Bobcat. And when we go find the people that want to buy the Bobcat, there's more pressure. Would you agree?
Yeah, I have also tried to, I was like, oh, that line works pretty good. Well, I tried it out a couple other places and it didn't go so well.
It didn't go so well. But you created an uncomfortable situation. Are you good under pressure? And so I actually wanted to talk about something completely different, but we're kind of going in a different order today. Duncan talks about breathing. And one of the things that I've noticed about me to handle pressure, very often I'm up here with my breathing. And Duncan can, if he's still here, he can comment on this. I'm sure that he knows a lot more than I do. But the thing that I've been trying to focus on, taking a breath in through my nose and filling that belly, breathing into the belly. And that allows me to kind of relax more because I'm very, you know, you know.
You seem very caffeinated at times.
I think very rigid, very baby giraffe-ish, but breathing in the
Are
belly.
you good under pressure though?
It depends. And so that's what I was kind of thinking about, right? It depends on the type of pressure. I would say I am the guy that is willing to give the speech, to walk in the door. I've had some very so my stuff is more like that. I am the guy that's willing to walk in. I'm the guy that's willing to do different things. I would
Let me
also,
say this. You are the guy who is willing to plan a live event, bring in 100 people, and then about 30 seconds before the lights turn on, try to figure out what the event's about.
no. And here's why I do it. I believe it's not unintentional. It's not because I don't have things that I can say. It doesn't mean that I can't go and look up some generic thing to hat this event with. It's that I believe that organic and doing things live lands real, right?
Yeah, you look at the room, you get a vibe, and it comes to you.
It comes to you. And that's, we talked about being at that concert and a stadium full of people. And what do we really want to say? What is the thing that's going to resonate? What's ever on our heart? And I just think that I don't like things that feel forced. I
Yeah.
like F3 because it's brand new. I don't know what Freddie might do today. And that's what makes it interesting. We're going to get out there. We're going to do something. We're going to be around good people. We're going to run around. We're going to get our heart rate up. But everybody thinks that we have to bring the value for an event in the way that we talk about the event. And then what ends up happening at most events? We meet people, but we don't connect with people, Fred. People get into these events and they're shaking hands and they're meeting it. Oh, I met so many people. Did you connect with them?
Yeah.
Right? Did you connect with them? Big deal. But I like to put on events, connect people, live, organic conversations with a camera. And you just talking about maybe want to do it now.
All right, so we've talked about some pressure, we've talked about some breathing, we've talked about events, connection. How do we roll that into today?
Today, we're all going to face pressure in different parts of our life. Sometimes we're going to have to go out and find those pressure-filled situations. Maybe we need a little bit of pressure. Do we have enough pressure in our lives? Do we have enough pressure? And so that's what we have to decide. When the pressure comes to us, how are we going to handle it? How are we going to handle it? Are we going to look at it like, why did you put me under pressure? I don't like Freddie. I'm supposed to have the most normal life without anything unexpected happening. Or am I going to appreciate it when new things happening, embrace change and grow through it?
Absolutely. Final thought is Be the one when the pressure comes to you to say, "Oh, pressure, you about to have a bad day because I'm the one."
Ooh, on. See y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.